Hello guys, welcome to another 2 hour video for today. Obviously tomorrow's my last 2 hour video on trains, and then Friday we're doing a 2 hour video on gameplay, so for this Friday, but next Friday I won't be doing that. I'm only doing it once a month or probably less, depending on what people want to see. But I thought, since I haven't filmed anything on video gameplay, I will be doing that for you on Friday. Maybe Days Gone or something. We'll just have a bit of fun Days Gone. That'll take about 2 hours to just get to one place where I know it really, with all the things we have to do. But yeah, so we've got a bunch of stuff to organise. There we go. Charger's on. I was about to just plug the charger into the phone. I'm not even on charge for like 2 hours because that would be insane. Probably wouldn't get anywhere. Right, that's in. So for today's video, as I was going to say, we have got some different ideas for today's video. We're going to run some locomotives halfway through the video, somewhere point near the 2 hour marker. But for now, we're going to also organise between the two tracks, and also before I start properly, which I haven't done my outro properly for a while, so if you haven't followed me on my train channel, the links for that will be in the description. You can call this as a miniature film, being 2 hours, but right. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, and TikTok. Links to all those in the description below. And you can follow me on my game channels called GTA 5 Video Gameplay. My train channel is called iTrains Class 87 Reviews. Links to both channels in the description below. If you're interested in games more, you can follow me on my gaming channel. If you are more into trains, follow my train channel. Yeah, they both do fairly well, but obviously my train channel is doing quite a lot of train reviews and a lot of different outcomes on How to Build Your Tomorrow series and things like that. So yeah, got my drink onto the side, so I'm hoping I can keep it going for 2 hours. But I've got some sweets as well to keep my mouth doesn't go too dry. They're bold sweets, they're like aniseeds, things like that, so yeah, I like aniseed stuff. So, what was I going to say? I completely forgot. Right. Yeah, so we're going to work on some new bits today with scenery wise. What did I start watching today? Oh yeah, I started watching Tracy Island Thunderbird series. The originals, obviously not the remakes. Bring me back some old memories, that does. And the Thunderbirds were made well before I was born. My mum was watching those when she was growing up, back in the 70s, but yeah, they were still around when I was growing up in the 90s, but at the time 2006 I think came around and then it sort of disappeared. But yeah, definitely, if you want to watch Thunderbirds, I highly recommend watching the originals and not the remakes, because the remakes are not as good. I have seen the remakes and they're pretty tragic. The originals is always the best way to go, especially on things like Thunderbirds and Tom the Tankster. The originals are good. 1, 2, 3 I think on Tom's stuff, because they had, first one was Iron Sodal with Toby and Kanky the Crane or whatever her name was. I used to grow up with all sorts of different programs as a kid. It's crazy to think. And now there's just, well, in my opinion, in modern day cartoons now, it's just pretty boring, bit of tatty stuff. When I was growing up, my mum growing up, it was a whole lot different. Then my sister was out. But to those of people growing up now, you're not going to find very much original anymore. Excuse me. Yeah, as I said, you won't find much original cartoon programs unless you find things like on YouTube and Amazon Prime Video, which only pays you £7 a month. Like, you're basically paying out £7 a month for, which is not a lot. Basically, my mum has been paying out for Sky, then the next level up is what we've been paying a lot. It's basically 80 quid every month, but we got the really high upgrade, but so when they're my sweet time, I probably try to get them to eat them all. Instead of should have 1 or 2, maybe an hour to 2 hour break in between having them. So what I'll do is put 3 in my pocket, and then if I ever need one when my mouth goes dry, I do like the Anchor sweets because that's why I get them so often. Not because I need them, it's just because I really like the antique. And the combination of that and coffee is really nice. But yeah. So excuse me, I've got itchitis, I'm due for a shower today. So yeah, I've got a bunch of new trends I'm going to be buying after Christmas, which I'm definitely looking forward to. Which is going to be a British Rail Bachmann 2-car DNU set 31 dash, I can't remember the rest of it, I think it's 31 dash 802 DNU set, 2 cars long, and there's another set I'm looking at getting as well. Couldn't remember what that one was. I think it's the French, is it the French train or was it the Intercity train, the class 43? Those trains are expensive. Yeah, if you have the money, I mean, by all means buy them, but I mean, I'm tempted to buy the Bachmann Midland Pullman set, because obviously being at you know, being a Midland Pullman area, not this area directly, I think the Midland Pullman was mostly aimed at up country somewhere back in the 50s, 60s. I think it was like a luxury train back in the time. Even could be the 70s. Excuse That's the downside. When you're eating too late, it gives you the hiccups, and then you have the indigestion all night, which is so annoying. You're trying to sleep, but yeah. Anyway, so I am going to run some locos for you. We're going to try to get a freight train later on in the video, running around this track. And now I'm going to sort the stones out between line 1 and 2. But yeah, there's going to be a bunch of stuff coming out on this Christmas Eve one, which is going to be insane, but it should be fun as well. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the Christmas Eve one because it's going to be a 3 or 4 hour video, as I said before. But should be fun. There'll be a bunch of running trains, and we can talk about things and just the ideas of new locomotives coming out for next year. And we're doing virtual reality headset stuff in the spring next year for VR for the PS4. Do some games and other little bits. Should be alright. But yeah, we're going to do a I need to put the locos that are not in the yard. I'm just putting those in the cabinet. The ones that are not in the yard, so I leave those where they are. The ones that are in the yard. So we're going to do a bit of tidying up as well today for the benefit of what we're going to do with the road. So we'll work with that. And for the old track, we're going to store them up into some sort of pile on the side of the track somewhere. They look like they used to be used, and there's maybe you can put them in a rail so they look like a third rail put in, which in some ways probably be quite cool. You have the idea of just having a third rail put in on a heritage line, which in a very few places they do that. Not many, but some do. I've been doing YouTube for over 5 years, I believe. Yeah, I've been doing filming since 2015, which is probably 5 years ago, or 6, I'm not sure. But I'll work that out later, because right now, some things to organise. Got some buildings that are going to be moved. Yes, again, we're going to reorganise that building area in the town so there can be more spaced out, and we can have a lot more room to manoeuvre for the benefit of cars coming in between the lanes. Obviously this road is not going to be, is it a permanent road? I'm not sure, this is a moment in time. It might well be, but it might not. If it's permanent, I think what I might well do with it in due time, I might keep it as a permanent for while I live here, and then make it a proper crack at it when I move in my new place. But, you know, because it does take a long time to lay down and put it all back together. So that's why I don't think I'm doing too much work with this particular setup for this moment. It will take a while, it'll probably take me 3 to 4 days. But that's only doing one part of the layout. So, yeah, I'm going to have to work with something there. So we're going to have some cars on the road. I wish there was a way you can actually able to have, like, say, you know, the centre of the road, you can have, like, if you thin the paper out that's already been damped in the section of the road, and to move that out of the way, is to smooth down, let it sit there, get some corn flour, and you basically spread them out each part of the road, and you can actually have a basically a white line in the middle. I know some people do it set up differently to me, but to me, I rather have